Hi guys, how you doing? Senior Gaming here, and in today's episode I'm bringing you Idle Mafia, an arena guide for beginners or advanced players. We're gonna skip expert level because I don't believe I'm there yet, and I got quite a lot to do until obviously I reach these top level players. So the reason again why it's beginner advanced, let's have a look quickly at my capos and the reasoning behind it. So for your ultimate one team for arena itself, you obviously want a top 5 strongest capo. We're not talking here a fight club where you're gonna battle between 3 strongest team. We want to focus on one strongest 5 capos. So for that particular case, you need to start farming your mythical ones. And in my example, I'm using all 3, and as you see, a top players on a leaderboard, also using top mythical, all 3 mythical capos for that reason, as they are just pretty much outperforming our ordinary capos. I have actually put a guide for top 5 capos, which you can do absolutely fine when you come to PvP farming, and they are very good before you reach mythical. If you have not seen that video, check it out on a card and description below, and let's get straight back into this one. So currently I use my all 3 mythical capos, where if we check one of them, so Naginata is currently on 1 blue star, and I got 4 more to farm to actually get it to max level, and therefore I do not call myself anywhere near being expert level. I also use actually Ava, and this is where you're gonna find that in a lot of top teams. Obviously this is for a dodge, and this is which helps you massively when it comes to these PvP battles. And then a lot of players choosing different 5th capo, being Vanessa. I'm actually using Biker for this additional buff when it comes to fight power and additional HP. Obviously he is currently trying to be associated with a St. Patrick's Day, and therefore we've got this additional skin, but you might remember him being a biker. So this is where we are. Actually I have changed that for a second. And then now if you actually pay attention, the 2 new capos which been added to the game quite recently and then taking the top teams by storm is going to be a Miranda with her additional buff when it comes to critical, and then Gianluca itself, it's being now added to a top tiers as the one causing quite a lot of havoc to all our enemies. So we're gonna skip it for that. If you can, I would advise you go for 3 mythical, go for Ava, and go for Gianluca. This is where you're gonna see a top players now going, and I got to admit, when I play and fight against Gianluca, often even though my opponent is weaker, I unfortunately will lose these battles. So let's head over to fight, and obviously let's go into our arena. Okay. So obviously every single time you are in arena and you on that beginner / advanced level, I feel you still should not aim too high with your expectation of yourself, meaning that you are still in a farming mode. You know, you are not a top player, you're not the top 10 players in the whole game itself. Therefore, I think you should heavily focus on this arena season pass. And because this has been just recently sorted on a new month, we obviously got another 26 days. I have managed to reach ranking 5 on a free-to-play gameplay. And then what you want to obviously scroll down every single month is just see what main reward we've got at the end. And in this particular case, we actually got a cowboy ring, which is one of the best gear in a game, and as you see, this gives an additional 30% of critical hit chance, so this is a must have. And if you focus your attention on how to play this arena wisely, then without spending a diamonds you can actually get that gear, and on top of that you will be buying a gear in a gang shop. So roughly that normally cost 1000, therefore out of your 5 daily fights you want to maximize it and win 4 to 5 times. And if does that mean that you should be going and attack only weaker opponents, then be it. You don't need to aim to a maximum rank in your arena. As long as you keep sort of rank 1 lower, but you're able to beat these weaker enemies, do it. You're still farming, so focus on that. And what I exactly mean, I'll show you in just a second. So obviously I normally get up to, I would say, Grandmaster either 4 or 3, regardless if I try or not, But at the moment, I got no shame in that, and I attack weaker players just so out of my 5 daily fights I can progress as much as I can in Arena Season Pass. And here doesn't matter what's power of the opponent you beat, is you need to beat, obviously you need to win 3 arena fights in order to progress 1 rank, and you want to get to a maximum rank in order to get that gear for free. So that should be your focus. And then when it comes to fight itself, currently what I do, as you see, my power is over 13 billion, so I will just go for as weak opponents as I can. I won't be going for anybody 13, 14, I'll be going for 10s and 11s. And on top of that, you can always check who you're fighting against. So in here is Gianluca, which I mentioned. This is one of the strongest teams currently built, and you can always check that just going into leaderboard. And if you go into division, you can see your top players in here. If we check the first one, he's actually got Gianluca and Ava plus 3 mythicals. Then we check the second one, same principle, just with a different capo in here. And same principle here, so you can see that this is currently one of the top tier team. Things will change as the capos getting added. You know, there is somebody on top few months in, and then obviously strategy will be changing. I think Ava itself with the dodge has been phenomenal, and there was quite a lot of spin in the game itself. But just in case if you're stuck, you can always have a look what actually the top player is using. And as I mentioned, I don't class myself as a top player yet. I'm giving as much as guidance I can. And therefore these videos where I'm learning and then we all learning at the same time. So again, going back into the fight, obviously once you close down and refresh, you will have a different players against yourself. So if we check, for example, this 10.53, okay, he's got all 3 capos, Vanessa and Ava. And then again, if you feel that you're not getting luck with any other capos and you got no choice but fighting what's in front of you, then it's worth checking actually your opponent's singular capo, and then you're going into a gear. So we currently see is this player actually got a normal gear which can be just farmed out of the gameplay, where obviously myself, if we actually go and come back to a capos, you know, my top capos which I'm currently using, I'm already trying to get some special gear. So here I got a knuckle ring, which obviously give us more critical. Then if we go with Godfather, we manage as well to get some additional shield. I will be definitely putting additional video about the gear itself, as there is some top tier gear which you need to get. Here we've got a shrink ray which gives us additional fight power reduced to our enemy, etc, etc. So I'll put additional video about this top gear in the nearest future. But you can clearly see that once you actually got this additional gear, your outcome when it comes to PvP gonna be fundamentally different. So this is where we are. So let's just go one more time and just see how the fight itself would roll out. So we have established everything now. You know, we want to be on beginner advanced level, keep farming our arena season pass. You know, end of the day here we've got a ring which gives us 30% critical chance. That's a massive boost, and that's what we want to do. There is no shame, and we don't want to hide behind the fact that we're looking for weaker opponents. That's the strategy where we currently are. So from this point, this sort of weakest one is 10.47. So let me quickly see. Okay, we're going against a top tier with Gianluca, but let's just see quickly where we are with the gear. Okay, so he's actually got no special gear. Here we've got some cowboy vest, minus damage, and I think I should be just fine. Okay, considering I've got this additional gear he hasn't, let's just go for a challenge. Right then, so that's my setup, that's how I've got it. I've got Ava on side because it gives buff, doesn't matter where she is. I've got a biker on the other side, again it gives me buff to all my capos, and then I've got all mythicals in the middle. So let's just go ahead and see that, okay, and there was pretty much no issues. And then my main advantage here is a gear itself, selection of the capos, and position of the capos, okay. So that's where we are. And we just go one more today, and if I'll manage to do that, it's gonna be 5 out of 5. So again, you see we've got somebody with 15 billion, but we can always refresh. Okay, and again we got less than 11, so let's check this one. Okay, he's actually got a 3 normal capos, but there is some additional gear. Okay, so he's already investing in some gear, which might be worrying us, but considering there is only 2 mythical ones and there is no Gianluca, which doing a massive damage, I'm gonna risk it and give it a shot. Okay, end of the day we've got additional 2 billion more of power. Okay, let's see if we're gonna make it 5 out of 5. Okay, and no issues here. Yeah, bear in mind, sometimes if the dodge itself not gonna land your way, then you know, one couple of enemies able to take and clear out whole of your team, but that wasn't the case now. So I'm very happy. In today's game I actually managed to get 5 out of 5 fights, and that's the purpose of it. If we still farm it, we want to get this arena season pass to level 40 with a 0 effort if possible, spending 0 diamonds, which means we can save that on other aspects of the game. Okay guys, so that was a pretty detailed guide of what we need to focus. I hope you found it useful, and it will help you to reach this level 40 every single month, and then you can grasp these additional great pieces of gear. And as mentioned, there will be additional video about gear itself in the near future. Thank you very much for watching guys, and as always, I will see you next time.